Hoosier. Okay, I got the mic on. I waited too long. And then I didn't take into account going and watching everybody else's stuff this morning. I kind of like procrastinated too much. But we're here. Alright. John Salisbury, Mr. Lincoln, Hoosier Jeff, Daryl, Aunt, Mike Badger, Miss Cindy. What happened? I forget who it was. Somebody typed in the chat like, take this time in between to go to, handle your business. And I had to handle my business. Chris Hurley, what's going on? CJ Coins, about time. I know. Fashionably late, dude. Fashionably late. John Francis, hey Gear, what's going on, man? Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Smelko, how's the light? Because I'm only using one source. I'm using my my actual coin lamp, and I didn't have time to make a filter. I make filters, and it helps, like when you take photos. But is the light good? Hopefully it's good. Lemon will be late to his own funeral. I hope so. Almost fell asleep like last night. Hey, it's me, Brian. Mr. Cheapskate. Oh, that looks weird. Dang, that does look weird. That's what I get for waiting till the last minute. Oh, that's much better. Is that it? Where were you last night at 12 o'clock? I was here. I'm always here. I don't care what the light is on me, but on the table, it's not too bad, huh? Hey, Big Flip. Yeah, we're good, man. Mr. Ant, coin digging. I did fall asleep last night. It's because you gotta sleep, man. Sometimes I just don't sleep at the same time as most. That's all. But we got an hour. So we got 45 minutes still. So we're good. And I think the only thing I really didn't do was come up with like a groovy way to drop the clue on you. But if you guys help me remember, and I have a clue for you, and maybe 10 minutes before, and then we're doing a giveaway. I'm giving away a set of single lens loops, and these are wonderful. These are work hogs. Like going to brick and mortars, like I know the shops that I go to, the shop that I worked at, these are like everywhere, and they're 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 7 and 10, and that's really all you need. There's the 2 times, 3 times, I doubt you'll ever really use. I don't use them, but the others, yeah. I mean, really, the 5 and 10 is, and even the 7, it's really all you need. So these are good. They're nice. They stack. They keep well, or keeping them in the box is nice too. But this will be what we're giving away. Hey, Golden Pay Dirt, Johnny Patton, how are you, man? Mr. Jeff Dunn, Mrs. SJ. Hey, kiddo. Hey, Alex, how are you, man? All right. So there's the giveaway. My topic was. It's not really like an easy one title or a few words, so that's why I didn't put it, because it really needs explanation, and I don't hear people talk about it. It's kind of something I stumbled onto, and the only reason I would even think it's worthy to like bring up is because I think it works, and I found an article, only one, in like a really far back issue of I think it was Coin World, which is one of the periodicals, magazines that you can subscribe to. Hey Chef S. Ross, what's up you guys? Hello Green Goat. So anyhow, what's my topic? My topic is you collect coins, let's say as a hobbyist, and it's not number one at the top of the list of man, I hope this coin, next year is worth twice as much, etc. And for some people it is, but I really think realistically, in the back of your mind, everybody hopes that their coins appreciate, no matter what capacity you're in this hobby. This is my first time coin seminar. Hey, right on, man. Metals and coins. Welcome. So what I'm getting to is how do you? Because I would assume most people, if you're not, you should get on like a budget. You budget yourself. Don't go crazy. Don't sell the farm. And I know there's a lot of people in our community that they have budgets and they stick to them, and that's like the most responsible collector I can think of, because there is more out there coin wise than I think you could partake in a lifetime. So what I had one night when I started collecting Red Book, I had gotten my first Red Book, and I have it, but it's put away. And I think it was like a 2015. So this is the 18. And you can see this is like my daily user, all the my tabs I make to get to places. And then I have years that I thought, well, if I spread them out through like 5-year increments, 10-year increments, and then I use other things. This is a coin value book, and this is revised prices from 1965, and this is like a pocket book, except that these were the prices, these were the values of the coins in 1965. They're the same coins, they don't remake coins from a couple hundred years ago. The chain cents, they're the only ones that were in existence then, and hopefully the few didn't get lost in between then and now, I hope. So Red Book, so I got, and this one doesn't put the year on front, then they change, and they always do, but this is 1958 Red Book. Then I got from 58, I got 64, I got 74, got 10 years there, and then I got more than one place to compare price to see where the price is in this book that was marketed for you to carry daily to reference, opposed to a hardback book that you would keep at home. And then from 74, 87, a few years out of 10, but still we got, and then to 2018. I mean, we have 10, 20, 30, a 20-year block. And what I'm getting to is to cross-reference. If you want to find the coins that are earners, have always been earners. I mean, I can't go back to, I could get books. I can get auction histories from 1750 if I wanted, but that stuff costs a lot of money. But then, so I have these. This is 2015 current, and this is from absentee bid internet auction. But this is auction history. This is current value price, what people are willing to pay for. So this is more realistic than the prices in the Red Book, but the Red Book's a good reference also. It's a starting point. 2004, cool. That's 11 years. That's about a 10-year span. If I'm lucky enough that maybe one of the coins in here was bought, might have sold then, I can tell in 10 years it gained 100%, 200%, 1,000%, 1,000 times what it was. This is a Bowers and Rudy Galleries auction from '78, a public auction. So you can go in here, and these are actual realized prices. These people sold these coins at auction. This is what they sold for. Actually, I take that back. Catalog value. These are estimated values. It doesn't have the sold that day value, but close enough for what I'm trying to get at. And this covers foreign coin, but it also has the current, like the coin that'll be in the Red Book, whatever amount of it did sell. Let me screen's backwards. Thank you, JC. Damn it. Sorry about that, you guys. It'll just take you a second to flip it back. I do want you to see it the right way. One second. So a long time ago, a few years back, maybe 3 or 4 years, I thought this idea hit me, and this is a God's honest truth. I'm not trying to take credit for it, because I wanted to. But I did find that article, and there was and it sucks I can't remember the man's name because he was somebody pretty big, and it was just an obscure article, wasn't front page or wasn't on the cover of the Coin Week, and it was exactly what I had, the idea I had. So I wasn't the first, and he had a small article that spoke to it, and that should this should fix the there we go. I think that should fix it for you guys. Don't forget to account for inflation. Give me a second, Ant. Hear what I gotta say before you start weighing in, because inflation has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Inflation is these things you buy to use. That's taken into account. That's in those formulas. Inflation's always a part of it. You don't even have to be conscious of inflation. When you go to get prices from things, it's already, it's done for you. So you can lessen your load and have more concentration on the task at hand if you don't get off on tangents. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy. I thought, well, gee, if I just go as far back as what I have, me here, right? 58. That would be this one here. 1958. And what I had did was I had started with my favorite coin, and I remember it was the coin that I was dealing with the most at the time, and I thought, man, you know, this coin is a 1900 victory nickel, and I know what it was. What's that go for today, or what's, you know, what's rough around about price for victory nickel for 1900? Well, let's see. Go into my most current one. I think at the time it was the 16. And when I get there, and mine, it wasn't a good $2. So in 118 or 15 at the time years, that nickel from 5 cents is worth, you know, $2. Well, damn, that doesn't seem like a lot. Like, should my $2, current day, my $2 in my pocket, which some days that's all there's in there, you know what I'm saying? Some days not. But does it warrant, does that coin warrant my $2? Does that $2 serve me better somewhere else? What's my goals? $2, realistically, I think at that increment, $2 is, yeah, shit, yeah, it warrants my $2. If I'm trying to fill my Whitman, I'm trying to collect the V nickels in that grade. So yeah, pretty easy call. But I'm curious, was it $2 in 1950, or was it $2 because that would tell me, it would give me a baseline. It would give me like an algorithm, if you want to get fancy. It would give me all I need to know, that half of its life, it took how long to get where. So let's see if we can find it in the what it was running for. You know, was it $2 a dollar? Was it 10 cents? And half dimes, Indian head, nickel, Liberty nickels, and 1900. And in good, in 1958, it was valued at 30 cents. So there we go. How many years is that? That's 1958, roughly 60, 40, 50, 55, 56, almost 60 years. So it took 60 years out of that coin's life to get to 30 cents. And this was the halfway point, plus or minus, actually probably 60%. And it wasn't at half. It wasn't worth $1 at half of its life, you know, to make it easy. Like out of 100, half of 150, this is roughly, let's, you know, plus or minus a decade. So there was a point that this tells me there was a point in there when it sped up. You know, it obviously wasn't very popular halfway at the 50-year age, at the 60 years of age, and then so. Okay, I don't need to know. This is pretty much all I need to know on the $2 scale. But let's say it was 100, you know, times more than that. So this is 50. Let's jump all the way to 1974. I wonder if it's closer to the 30 cents or the $2, or is it like a more equal progression? You know, steady growth. And was there growth or no growth? Do coins possibly they can't be worth less than face value. So, and nickel, 5 cent Jeffersons, and this one I got it in this condition, 1900, and in good, it was 60 cents. All right, so that tells me that's a lot. It's a lot of information it really quickly. If I wasn't talking and like showing this to you guys, I would have done that in less than a minute. 60 cents, that's double. So from there to there, it doubled. But from its first day of life, when it was born, until about half of its life, it took a long time to get to the 30. That math, first 50 years, the growth was really slow. I would even guess that it was a coin that was overlooked. Nobody cared because of its growth. Because I mean, really, it's you don't want to buy losers. You don't want to buy coins that you're gonna leave your kids. Because I know a lot of us started, and it was just for that reason. You want to leave something behind, etc. If that's the case, this is gonna be a tool that you need. That type of collector, the collector that, yeah, I mean, common sense. If I have a choice, because my money can buy me any coin up to, if I have $100 bill budget every week, do I want to put $100 into $10 coins? $10 coin in 2008. If it's a 2018 and it's $10 already, and it's less than $1 denomination, it's already showing me 10 times growth. That's pretty good, but there's no data to draw on. There's no books to go back 2 years. So buying modern coin and investing heavily into modern coin, it's a gamble. It's a humongous gamble. And this is, I really had a hard time whether I do this topic or not. And me not finding it a lot about it tells me that it's not talked about. I might be not getting any brownie points among my peers in dealer land, but that's all right. I'm okay with that. I just do what I do. Sometimes I don't put a lot of thought to it, which is I don't advise of that. So I have a list because I've used this, and it's a short list, and it's coins that I've seen in this community. I know most of you have either a version or a specimen, or it might even be one of your favorites. And they're, some of these, half of them on the list, I've actually brought to auction. And some of you in this room right now I think might be holding a few of these. And I would bet money you have no idea really what you have, because of the habit that we don't go very far out of our red book that's a year old or 3 years old. We're always in the websites that's current market, because current market's different. Basing, that dime from that half dime is worth $1,000 now. Okay, we always, or I do at least, I should say me, I instantly jump to, man, it's got to be a low mintage, because I don't have them all memorized. The things that we, in a roundabout way, we all pretty much know what drives premium and value. It's usually condition and mintage. That's it. How many are out there? Supply and demand. And out of that 100 or the 1,000 or million that are out there, what condition range are we looking at? Is all of the 200 left in the world, are they all, not one of them, over in mint state? That stuff, that's not very deep. You can go deeper to make your call on what you're going to put your money into. Some guys' budget's 20 grand every month. Some people have no budgets. They truly don't, and they love coin. From afar, I've seen these things. It's not. I'm not going to speak to it very much because it's not me. I'll never be that dealer. So these are wonderful. These I just got. So I don't want to open and use them, but I've used the Bowers one. So, and these have never been used, and they're pretty nice. And it's bitching that. So it's like I always used to wonder, like, why the heck why are people collecting and buying these? And I'll bet, fair to say that it's because of what I'm doing now with it. I'm using it, and it's not making me money. It's making me a smart collector. I have a bit of nausea and my eyelids ache. Damn, that sucks, Hidden. Hope you do well. Better, my friend. I do too, Hidden. But buck up, chap. Young Turk, you can tough out, what? You can tough out 28 minutes. Ooh, we only got 20 minutes. All right, my list. These coins right here they don't lose. Not only do they not lose, they're the only ones, my professional opinion, whatever you take it, face value or not. If you're in Mercury's, these are the only Mercury dimes you should buy. And I sell Mercury dimes, people. And I'm telling you this. So don't take my word for it. After this, when you get the time, if you don't have more than one red book, because you can find them all the way back, all the issues, pick one up. You know, pick one up 20 years outside of the year that you have. Yeah, I love that, Robert Nitro. And just try it. Give my advice a shot, or prove me wrong. Or if you find something that I should add to this formula, please let me know, because I don't know everything by far, and but this, from half dimes to nickel, this has worked. It works. So I don't think there's anything that I do that would be different. That, ooh, you might not do that. No, this is simple. I'm gonna show you right now. We're just gonna do a couple examples, and then we'll get into the giveaway. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find me the let's find the 1838O with no stars seated half dime. All right, I'm gonna find it right here in my red book, the most current one I have. Here I'm at half dimes, 1838. I think it's what is that? Variety 4 or all the 1838. Yeah, my fingers are so dry. I just washed my hands like 10 times. 1838. First year. Is that first year? Or no, variety 2. That's irrelevant. I'm thinking out loud. Forgive me. All right, 1838. Oh, no stars. It doesn't say oh, no stars there. Aha, because it's variety 1. So if I didn't know that already, God, I must have wrote down the wrong thing, because variety 2 starts at 1838. But there's only 2 years. Variety 1, no stars on a verse, is 1837 through 38. No stars. They only minted 70,000. Low mintage. Where does that put us in rarity? 70,000 puts us into possibly, you're looking at possibly a scarce coin. I mean they are scarce, but it could be from scarce on, because for it to be scarce, and that goes to most of you been in my chats and my streams, how we loosely use these terms, and that's wrong, because they have definitions. It might be in regular Webster definitions different than it's used in numismatics. So you guys if you're trying to do this properly, you need to learn those things. So scarce is from 100,000 down to 10,000. Anything outside of plus or minus has a different word, which would be common. So it jumps from common to scarce. Scarce doesn't carry the weight that I think most people use it as. Okay, so in good, $150. This half dime, this 5 cents, when it was made in 1838, is worth today $150. That's a lot of money for 5 cents. And we're looking at what? 117 years. So 117 years, it doubles itself. It more than doubled itself, just easy math, every year of its life. That's pretty good investment. If you compound, if you use, let's by scale, let's go. It was a gold something, If gold, anything had done that, that piece of gold would be worth, God, you'd be rich. If you had bought a few of them, you bought one every month, or you collected really hardcore. It's the only thing you did. I think most of us are pretty much that type of collector in here. You'd be very rich. You'd be super rich. Which, through the course of getting rich, how much more coin would you have bought, people? How much more of that coin, or etc. Really, because there's collectors that's how they started. and they are that kind of rich, and they do buy that kind of way. So here we are. I found it. I got it right there. I'm gonna go to my increments. I'm gonna use the 87, or no, let's go 74, 10 years 64, and then I got the 58. So we're gonna put these out of the way. We're gonna put this out of the way. I'm gonna go find a half dime and quarter, nickel, large cent, small cent. By the way, the first coins that I did when I tried this, of course, I bet most people could guess, it was wheat cents. You know, I wanted to know which wheat cents to buy and which not to buy, because there's a lot of years, 1909 up to now. And I can tell you right now, I'm not telling you my wheat cent list. You go out and do this for yourself and find it, because I'm a penny guy. But there's not even enough for a handful. You know, 5. There's not even 5 in my suggestion you should buy. To collect, yes, because there's premium and value in the collection of the whole set. That has value. It makes the ones that singular by themselves doesn't apply, but together in a group, it starts to. There's ways to make your coins you already have worth more, but you have to do things. You have to buy, invest into it, Dansko, etc., whatever it be. And nobody likes buying a book that's missing 10 coin in the set. I can tell you that right now too. So where we at? This is what I should have had done. I should have had these books like open already, because it's wasted time in the live stream. It's because I'm incensed, I'm going the wrong way. Nickel, 3 cent. No, you know what? I'm going the right way. Why don't I just look at those? Man, my hands are dry. Alright. 18. 38. We should be a page away. 38. No, sorry. 38. Oh. Now, this might be nothing. It just coincidence. I noticed things. But all the way back in 64, and this is 2018, and even on the page, it's probably coincidence. The 1838 is in the same, like the page is basically the same. $40, my God. $40 to 150. So from 40 to 150, it's $110. That's, you know, 110 and 49 out of 150. That's twofold. So that's 2/3 of its value that its current day it gained in that part of its life. Remember? So what age is the coin? 1838. We're looking at 62, 162, 72 plus 8, 85, 185 years. So that's telling me that it started gaining modern. So prior, I don't even have to do the math. I don't even have to open this book, but it's going to give me a different number. It wasn't worth 40 10 years prior. I mean before that, because I've already done this coin. So this thing got popular in collectors' eyes, or whatever drove it. It doesn't matter to me. It could be that somebody went out and that there's, you know, out of that 70,000, there might be one collector right now that's sitting on 22,000 of them. He has 22,000 of that coin. Man, out of all the ones that are lost or got lost at the beach, or, you know, like melted down, I don't know. I just know that it stayed popular. That times, that math, I want to own one of those. If I could find one for $150, or shit, if I can find one in an EF, or just very fine 20, $750. Is it, you know, a week's paycheck? Would it be smart? Would my wife kill me? Hell yeah, she would. Would I look like my buddies call me a sucker? Probably most of them, because they don't coin collect. Would in a short time? I'm saying right now publicly, I think that the 1838 no stars, half dime, in any grade is not a bad buy. All a good buy. The higher the grade that you can afford and get it. Don't think twice about spending the money, because if you're gonna, at 40 years old, average, kick the bucket at 70, leave your kids. The math is here for me to go, I wonder what's going to be worth when I leave it to my kids, and use this math. And then when you get to that total and you go, God dang, my kids better, oh, those ungrateful little suckers, get a job. You hear that? Get a job. My son has a job, and my daughter, never mind. I tell you, I'm sorry, babe, I love you. Yeah, it's a good feeling. Take solace in that. For you that don't have kids, it's not the reason you're doing it. You know, it still is. It still fires all those good firings. It's still, when receptor gets chemical in brain, it feels no different than everything else that does that. It's a good feeling. It's good feeling that when you're participating in things that take up your time, that is the most precious thing you have. It's a good feeling when you go, dang, there's something to this. I'm not just sitting on a modern coin for 30 years, and it's still way considered modern, and it hasn't even doubled yet, or it's only tripled. That dime's worth 30 cents. Well, that 30 cents, how many coins in your collections that they're not in a full dance co? They're not anytime soon going to be completed. That's your operating money. That's your money that you need to go through. It's nice but is that your goal to have a specimen of everything? Because some people, yes, you got to know what collector you are. You have to reevaluate what this hobby is to you. If it's just a hobby, what degree hobby, where you fall in that, because it's not infinite. It's really, there's just a handful of ways that most people collect. Back then, they probably couldn't calculate the survival rates. And back then, 100 years, people have been collecting coins for thousands of years. Ever since coins been on Earth, ever since man's been on Earth, he's been collecting and fond of stuff. There's trinkets and things that we have in museums that all the way 5,000 years ago, man was collecting things. So to assume that they couldn't calculate, not only could they calculate, brother, they could calculate better than we do now with a calculator. And they always seem to hit it on the head, because these things still survive. The fact they survive is a testament to the polar opposite of what you're saying. So, I love the fact that you're always saying something. That is, you are high above the average, brother. Just doing that and always thinking and always being critical and always wondering, God, that's a wonderful thing. It really is. So we need to give this thing away really quick. And by the way, I'm gonna give you guys the Merc list real quick. You can go back and rewatch 27D, 27S, the 42 in Denver and Philly, the 42 over 41. That's another one I didn't have time to get into. But does this apply for variety and error? It sure the hell does. And that 45S micro that is pretty reasonable right now, you guys need to get them. Get them. They haven't had a little bit of growth that fits its growth, but it's only from 1945. It's only 50, it's only 55, 65, 70 years old. It hasn't even lived a regular human expected life yet, but it's getting there. It's getting old. 45S is getting old. And, painters, their paintings they don't go up until you die. You never live rich. So I think it's going to hit, it's going to start appreciating soon. It's a gamble on my part, and I'm stockpiled in them. That's not good news for you guys. Dennis the Menace lost Mr. Wilson's dime. I think how much nowadays. Hey, we're just gonna do it old school. Hey, does anybody look? Because my screen's laid out. Cindy, how many people are in here? And I hate asking you because you're not. Don't feel like you're an employee of mine 24/7. You are. You're my employee, even when you work for other people. 45. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Gare. Okay, let's do. And really, then we're gonna do. So it doesn't take long. I think 1 through 30 would. Well, let's do 1 through 40. And don't type in any numbers until you're gonna see in the chat. I'm gonna type in the chat start. Don't guess until I hit the start, so I have that point where I can go back and check. Rivendell, what's going on, man? Okay, so after I hit start, you guys are can guess as many times as you'd like. And you're looking for a guess of 1 through 40. And I'm going to write down right now, not somewhat in front of you, so that you know it's on the up and up. 7,000 pins. Pick one, baby. There we go. Alright, here's my paper. Here's my handle. Here's my spout. And then I'm going to write a number down off camera really quickly. And try not to give any giveaway. Man, I was doing it for months, you know, early in the year. And there was people could see in a mirror or a reflection somewhere. And what a jackass. Okay. Alright, right pin, right. Alright, you guys, I have it. Start. Good luck, everyone. Ooh, alright, I saw it. Dang, that sucker went quick. So you guys can stop. I know there's probably a little bit of a leeway in between. Alright, go ahead and stop, you guys. And then we're gonna scroll back real quick and get this bad boy. Alright, and hold your chat for a second too, because it helps me like get to it. So anyways, I got the number. I want you guys to do it with me at the same time, so we see who got it, because I don't know who it is yet, but I saw the number. And let's make sure that you guys can see it. Alright, there's my computer screen. I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to scroll up to find my start point. Where's my start point? Start point. Damn, that's a lot of guesses. Alright, here we are. We're at start. And 24. You guys see that? 24? Little squiggly. You know, it's like a fingerprint. You know, I didn't write it right now. And 14, 32, 20, 16, 12, 22, 17. And I think that's John Francis. And I have mine on live chat. It's been on live chat. I don't really even know if that actually matters or not, but John Francis, calling it. Congratulations, dude. You are getting the brand new set of single lens loops. Alright, and click back down. Sweet, man. Right on. Look up. Hey, say 69, what's going on, dude? Mr. High Ho. Yeah, I wouldn't really pay. It's hard. I was concentrating, so I wasn't looking at chat. So don't be offended if I didn't say hi when you guys came in after the start, you guys. So anyhow, Mr. Francis. Damn, this pin sucks. There we go. John, you need to email me with wherever you want this shipped to. Yeah. Congrats. And I'm just gonna type my email in real quick. TDA, and I believe it's not case sensitive, but we're gonna do it right. Clue? I got 9 minutes to give up a clue. But I would have forgot if you didn't remind me. Thank you guys for reminding me. We don't want to see your ugly mug. Good looking out. Thank you, Cindy. Right on. Thank you, Mama. That saves a little time. Clue. Ooh, I could have got to something like that. Trying to think of like something clever. Did PV Ive a clue yesterday? I don't know. That sounds dirty. Is it okay to say that in public? I don't know what he did with his clue. What he does with his clue is not my business. 51 watching, only 30 likes. Click it, help LemonHead get to that. Yeah, that would be nice. I missed it in the last couple of streams. I paid attention to people talking, and I think a lot of people missed it. But I did see somebody say that I think it was in the, you know, PV. He's always clever. It was there the whole time. I think it's one of the ones you're gonna have to go back and rewatch, because I'm keeping track of them, and I don't have PVs written down, dude. So if you get it, email me it. Did I win? Huh? Did I? No, Hayden, I'm sorry, brother. You did not. But you know what? You're always a winner in my book. Yeah, oh no, I have my clue to give you guys from PV. I have both of them, because I'm doing tomorrow too. Help a brother out and smash a like. Please, please. If you liked it. I'm all about good number, you know. No, like I use placebo all the time in my experiments, because I want good number, good data. But still, nothing 100% sound, you know. So you gotta take these things with a grain of salt. But I've done this, and I've done it a lot, you guys. I'm not joking. I'm not shitting you. Like, just these coins right here, the reason I stopped at nickel is because if I go after all of these, it's already outside of my monetary, what I'm capable of right now, and I foresee for maybe a few more years. So when I get to where, if I do get to where my goals are put in an outline, then I'll go and I'll spend another hour, because that's what it took, and I will find another page full to go after. Or I'll just sell one of these, hopefully by then, and have made it, you know, enough, it appreciated enough, made enough profit, that, you know, it just starts to compound math. And it's not a one-for-one math, you guys. It's not 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. It is, but you never know where in that, where then it goes 4 + 4 is 16, because that's how real math works. And things start to exponentially get humongous, and some of these I just showed you. If you understood it or not, you might now. The one that its growth didn't kick in until more than half of its life, but then how many times it did kick in, it's still doing that. That means that it stands a point that it's only 150 years old. In the next 100 years of it going from, wow, that dime that was $200 now, in the same amount of years of growth, in the next 100 years, it's gonna hit that. That 200 is gonna be worth 2,500, etc. Because there's coins on this list right here that they've done that. They've outdone that. So this might be a stream to save, put in a playlist. Yeah. Oh, and the clue, it's 18. No, I think it was. No, I'm just joking. 1881. 1881, and just in case, you guys, I think you should see it written too. I don't know everybody's circumstance. Your phone, you're on your whatever, and that's not very good penmanship. Here's your clue. 1881. Mr. Robert Lawson, what's going on, brother? How are you, man? I need information on how to look up a coin I have. What is it? I've gotten a few books since last time we talked books. Use books over time to track progression and growth in specific coins' rarity and grade. That's a very layman way to put it. That's what I did right here. But books is too vague. To say track progression of growth, that's too vague, because it doesn't speak to what kind of growth. The monetary growth, it's the premium it did have or lack of when it was the first day put out. So it's like that might send the novice ant it might send the novice off to wasting his money on buying just anything coin book, because but not all coin books are gonna apply. There's too many topic ranges, too humongous. So like if you're trying to, like, in these videos, in these hours and half hours we're doing, they're supposed to be kind of like teaching videos. So I'm trying to do it be as responsible as I can. I'm trying not to be vague. I'm trying not to have you guys leave. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this topic. When I decided to, the reason I did was because I thought, you know what? Yes, I can give everybody, beginner, not beginner, they're all going to leave and understand how to do this themselves. So whether or not you have a red book or Bauer's, gallery's public auction sale from the 70s book, or now you know what you can use. And these are probably the least expensive, because there's other books of course you could use, but these are blue collar and down budget. I think everybody in this room, I would fear to say, could afford to acquire a couple extra red books for $5 to $10. Not even that. These I got a couple of them at garage sales, and I probably paid upwards to $10 to $15 for the auction histories from the Fulton collection. But these are wonderful, man. They're full. All the stuff in them is really awesome, you guys. I don't know who's next. I think it's Cheapskate, right? Cheapskate, you in here still? If you are, could you put a link up, sir, to your channel so everybody knows to go back and hit you up? And now we're to chat only. So if I accidentally like pick my nose or something, you know what I mean? I can't see myself. So I said to myself, here we go. Now I can turn that light up like that. Oh, Tay. It's already time too, huh? You got a minute. You got 60. You got a minute. That's perfect. I think, God, that worked out. I was nervous. I didn't know if it was, because it wasn't a lot of props, and I hope that was good. That 14 minutes of being late, plus or minus what? Less than a minute, 60 seconds. God, that's pretty damn good. To outwardly look like you just, habitually late and horrible time management, and it might be by design, trying to be hip. Cool people show up late, man. Don't you watch movies and TV? My God. Awesome. Thanks you guys for coming. Thank you for weathering me for 45 minutes. We are in the LemonHead Sanctum Sanctorum. Fashionably late, yeah, right? You know, it's weird, the pop-out chat froze, but chat was still going. It in my stream is just fine. I wonder why I did that. It was awesome. It was late myself, so didn't realize you were too. There's Fashionably Late, then there is LemonHead Late. That makes it sound worse than it is. I've been, you know what, really lately I'm still getting back into it'll get better. I mean, are you coming on later tonight after the seminar? I'm gonna try, dude. It gets dark at 6 o'clock. I don't think there's anybody else after Cheapskate, right? I haven't seen the list since then. I know, Shay. I'm teasing you, dude. So I might try to do the pours again, melt some silver, man, because I really gotta get that done. So if I do come on and I do that, I won't be on later. But if I don't do like a normal people's time, you day walkers, then I'll probably be on later tonight. Okay, cool. Okay, so you got Robert Lawson at 11 Eastern time, you guys. So that's cool, because that gives me time I could eat, shower, shave, and still make that, and then Youper Girl Amy is on at 9 p.m. So you got 9 and 11, you guys. You got 2, and then that's after the one that's right now. So you guys, I think we're expected somewhere else right now. Matter of fact, hey, thank you, Right on, Manic. Oh, I think it is, dude. And I'm not joking. I'll try to find the article that I found, because I've only found one article, one man who pretty like almost identical, because that you can't do it different. Cross reference. This is basic like first year college study stuff. You know, like it's just like you guys. The more you do it, the better you get at finding and researching, and because it's research. But this is easy. Anybody can do it. You just got to have these few books. You don't have to be a math person. You don't have to be nothing. This is really low grade arithmetic, like grade school stuff. And after a few, you'll start to you'll get it. It'll click for you. You'll be able to just go boom, boom, and you'll go, son of a gun, I should have been only buying those 2 quarters the whole time. Or what? That's an example. So I'm trying to help you guys get more for your buck. You know, bang for your dollar, because I know God knows I need my dollars to do more than they're doing now for me, and that should be everybody's. You should, even when you're comfortable, don't stop. Don't get comfortable. Don't let up till the day you are not. You know what I mean? Do it hard. Doing anything worth doing is worth doing well. That is, live by that. So you're going to be here all night. Just wait on the pouring. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you. Really, I appreciate you guys. This is a wonderful thing. This is like one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life, is this community and coin collecting. It's just the hobby of coin collecting and everything that entails. Wonderful. I love this. I'm appreciative. I love all you guys too. I mean, even the ones I don't really care for. I love you guys. I love all of you. Did anybody put a link? Is Cheapskate not in here? Because I don't see the link. I might have missed it though. Because I'm going to have to go get it for you guys. Hold on a second. He's not. Or is it not? Is it like at 5 o'clock he's next, but it's at 5 because he's not live? So that would tell me he's not. It's not. It's not right now. Right now, right? He's on now because it's not showing me him live, and I'm clicked and belled. Oh, you know what? I take that back. Skull Coins Cheapskates is live. Okay, 3 minutes ago. You guys go up and your notifications. Even if it's not red or it didn't give you notification, mine, I got to go click on it when it's sitting idle gray, not doing anything. Click on it because it said there was a notification 3 minutes ago and I didn't get it. 18, 22, blue. I don't have a wrench, or I could. Here, hold on. Boom. Wrenched. Wrenched. And Man Metals, I hope you enjoyed that for your first time. There's more. There's more for the next, all the way up through Monday. Not every single half hour and hour increment, but you know, a good portion of Sunday, and then Monday we're giving away, or the community is giving away, some pretty nice coins, and you just got to be there. And the clues, like the clue I gave out, every single one is going to have a clue, and so first correct guess, that's how the giveaway is going. There we go. All right, I'm hitting link. I'll see you guys over there.
Figure if you guys can watch this on replay, if you want more information about them because you see them and you like them, you can go look it up. That way it's more of just you know, relaxing time, just to sit and watch the pretty pictures go by and chat with each other and just have a good time. So while I get everybody here, quick shameless plug. Just want to let everybody who doesn't know, every Monday night I do auctions selling coins starting at 3 p.m. Pacific.